Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Dolly's, but you might know me as Stamper Girl. Welcome to the card making video haul card. The theme this time around is bountiful, and I decided to go with pomegranates, which I think it's such a colorful and bountiful fruit. This hub is a monthly card making YouTube hub. This one is the September one, and it's hosted by Valley Oak Paper. If you are interested in joining us, you need to contact Valley Oak Paper, and she'll get you all the information. Let's get started. So here I am using a stamp and hand, old rubber stamp paper stamp. That's gorgeous pomegranate, and I'm using Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, so the Distress watercolor pencils, and I am coloring directly to the rubber. I believe this is palette number 2, maybe. Seedless preserves, apple candy, and I think this is pumpkin something. I don't know all the names. And you see me struggle a little bit here because my rubber stamp is not wet. I do this one first. I'm going to show you, and then I do a second version, which is the one that I actually end up using. So I left this one here just so you know what you could try to do. I don't think it was as successful. Maybe I just needed to keep adding more of the distressed pencils to it. But I wanted you to see the different look. I am going to spray water to this. It's a good amount of water that I sprayed. And this is not watercolor paper. And I'm like swishing it a little bit because I wanted to do exactly what it did here. And it's not bad. I actually like it. But then I decide, you know what? I am going to use a paintbrush and add some of my colors to the rubber that it's wet. So I added a little bit of water, and I was removing just a little excess water that was on the rubber. Then I'm deciding, I'm going to take it, and I'm like, oh no, this is too much work. I'm going to just go directly to the rubber, and then if I need to, I will use my paintbrush. But I'm adding and mixing my colors right onto the rubber, and this was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. It was new, it was different, and I really enjoyed it. So going with the green and then adding a little bit of a blue to get a different darker green without actually adding any darker green, because this palette right here doesn't have a darker green, but that's how you can mix and match and create some new colors, and adding a little bit of brown. And here I should have added a little bit more water to the leaves because the leaves were a little bit dry, and that's why you can barely see them. Look at how beautiful that pomegranate looks. And I'm like, I'm in love. And I was like, this is it. I'm using that one. I am cutting around that one, fussy cutting it, and let me show you, that was the background that we're going to actually use, but I forgot to record it. After I stamped the background with gray, the same stamp over and over, I'm using a embossing folder just to add a little bit more texture to our panels. And here I have a panel that is cardstock, the other one is paper. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened in the video for when I was stamping this. It just did not turn out fine. But it's just stamping over with gray ink. That's all I did. I am trimming this to be 4 by 5 1/4. So it's a little bit smaller than a regular A2. And I have this panel that I'm going to glue it to, that it's a light gray. I also cut out a light gray oval that has this scallop shape. It's very different. I really do like it. And that's going to be where I'm going to put my focal image, or that color image that we had at the beginning of the video. Again, this is a video hub. I really hope you enjoy the entire hub and you go visit all the other members of the hub. They have bountiful videos, and they are always so nice and so amazing and so creative. If you like their content, please, I do ask you to like and subscribe not only to my video, but in my channel, but to theirs. We love it when we have new members, but only if you really do enjoy our content. Here I am adding a little bit of foam tape to my pomegranate, and I really love how this card turns out. It is super simple. It is very, very out of my normal. But I really do enjoy all these simple cards that lately have been coming out of my craft room. So I am going to remove all these little pieces and I'll put this together. And then you'll see me bring a little bit of a magic to add a little more interest. I stamped the word delight, and that is going to be my sentiment for this card, into a little bit of white cardstock. The reason I did white is because the rest of my card, it's a very light gray. Here I'm just trimming a little bit from the top so this can become a 1/2 inch. I know that that metal border over there is 1/2 inch and it's perfect. I am going to do a little bit of a flag end, and here at the end, and my border is just cutting, and I'm so sorry I am off here. This was a little bit of a rough night for me. It's been a rough week, and somebody pointed out that today is just Friday the 13th, and that's all that's going on. So I am trying to decipher where I want it, and I love the placement there. That's why I left some space to the right so I could tuck in my sentiment using my Burley Arts glue to add my sentiment. And then I'm going to bring actually some Pearl X to add to this pomegranate, just as a very special extra shine, but it's not going to be in your face. You actually have to kind of move around the cards to see the change. I am going to mount my gray card base into, card panel into my white card base, and that gives me a little bit of a like 1/16 of an inch around it, and I really think that is just perfect for this card. I decided to decorate the inside of the card by just adding that little bit that I cut from one of the sides of my card panel onto the inside and bring the outside to the inside. To be able to get the Pearl X to adhere to my pomegranate, I'm going to be using a dome foam tool with a little bit of Versac, and I'm barely touching it. Like, I'm being really, really delicate because I don't want it all over it. And here is my Pearl FX in Plum, and this is one of my favorite brushes for doing this. And it looks really, really dark here. And once I get that out, I am having to like buff it off. And then I'm going to bring one of my bigger wash brushes just to clean up the excess. And look, you see that pink plum brownish copper shimmer that it brings? And it's perfect. It's not coming off on my finger, and it is just adorable. Well, I really hope you enjoy our hop and my content. If you like it, please just like and subscribe and let me know what you would like to see. And remember, don't leave your crafting for tomorrow. Start today. Bye.